How we doing, everyone? I'm still in Los Angeles. We just wrapped late last night, so I'm staying at my friend's house here in Los Angeles, and so today we decided to go to the movies. We're both exhausted. He first AD'd, I seconded, and it was an 18-day shoot. We were working 6-day weeks. It was harrowing but fun. I had a really great team that I worked with, and I missed them already, and it's only been a day. And as you know, during the whole shoot, we also launched our classic Monsters card game called Myth Lords. It is launched on BackerKit, and I will put the link in the description below, and we'll talk about that at the end of the video as well. But if you want to check it out, the description has the link in it. We have already surpassed our goal, so now we're unlocking stretch goals. So if you want anything for free, jump in there for sure. But let's talk about Furiosa, because I did try to go to the movies at least once a week, if not more. But now with me working as much time as I have not been able to go to the movies. So I was very happy to go today, and I was very excited to see this film because I am a Mad Max fan. I didn't see the original Mad Max in the theater. I'm not that old. But I was able to see Thunderdome. Thunderdome I did see in the theater. And I've been a big fan of Mad Max ever since. Of course, went back and Road Warrior was a big thing, but it was already on video by the time I got around to seeing it back when it was on VHS and cable, and that's where I saw the original Mad Max as well. And as you probably know, I don't know if you knew this or not, but if you watched the original Mad Max movie with Mel Gibson, that was like the beginning of his career, and it was a very low budget, and they dubbed his voice when it went to distribution because they did not think that anybody could understand the Australian accent. So if you do watch that and you see that's not Mel Gibson's voice, and it's literally not. But I was not a huge fan of Fury Road. I did think, first of all, was seeing Tom Hardy in the role didn't really do it for me. After being so used to Mel Gibson, and then on top of that, having the character literally leave or attempt to leave pregnant women in the desert, that doesn't really scream hero to me, or even reluctant hero. But I have to say, after watching Furiosa, I do have a greater appreciation for it. He did stick a lot of continuity between the two films, where if you watched Furiosa first and then you watched this, you would not realize that they were shot in reverse order. And I really appreciate that, him sticking to his own lore. A lot of times creators, forget that they said certain things. But this, I think it definitely augments. If you watch Furiosa first, that you have a renewed appreciation for Fury Road, and I definitely do. And if I just discount that scene where he attempts to leave them in the desert, and I think it definitely improves the film. So I do agree with what everybody else said about the film, that it was too long. It was for certain too long, and it's not too long on the front end. It's too long on the back end. And the reason behind that is they were really trying to develop the younger version, and I do appreciate that again. And I do appreciate them bringing back the whole original cast from Fury Road, where they brought back pretty much every villain, and now it's 10 years later and they look the same. I don't know how that happened. I don't think they recast. I will have to look into that further, but the characters did look the same. So I don't know. I could be wrong on that, but I don't think so. And it's but the beginning did drag, and I really think that the movie was too long. And if they had cut out 20 minutes or so from the beginning portion of it, with her being younger, not that the younger version didn't do a bad job. She did an amazing job She was really, really good being as young as she was. But again, it was just dragged because all the information you needed to continue into the action side, you already had within the first 20 minutes. It was like almost being repetitive. We knew what she was doing, what she was there for, how she was trying to get out, and we saw all that. And I did have a question, as once you get into a Furiosa being older with any set of joy coming in, then it just sped up and it continued to the rest of the film. So if you can get through, the beginning portion, the end, just flies by. I also appreciate the fact that they gave her a male counterpart, which I really think helped the film. I thought that they should have developed that even a little further. Like, there was a relationship that happened between them, but we don't ever see them even kiss. And I thought that was a mistake, especially if you're me being a male and I wanting to see that. Being female, you would definitely want to see that. And I think that would also having a relationship situation in there, which you never really get in a Mad Max film, I think would have brought in more of the female audience. So I think that was a missed opportunity. And oops. We only thing we see is them, putting their heads together, their foreheads together on, like a forehead kiss. Damn those forehead kisses. But again, overall, I think that Anya Taylor-Joy did a great job. I think she has the ability of being an action star if she wants that. Because she also played Magic in not the card game. I don't know how she plays Magic the card game, but Magic in the New Mutants. So, which she did a great job there as well. I would have liked to have seen that be more of an X-Men film than what it was. But again, if she wants that kind of ability of going into that genre, I think she definitely has a future there. But I did like the film quite a bit, and there's just some problems with it. It's definitely not a perfect film by any means, but the action scenes, once it starts getting, we have this part where she's underneath the truck, and I was kind of confused about that. You guys can tell me, if she was looking. I think she was looking to escape and just happened to be underneath there, but at the other point in time, she ended up being a worker underneath there. So you can let me know if that was like on purpose or accidental. But that scene was absolutely phenomenal. I mean, the visuals on this, a lot of the visuals are, the stunts that they do. Some of them are seamless between that and the CGI, and other times it's not. But it's a very ambitious film, and I think they did a great job with it. I don't think it's doing very well. The last I saw, it hadn't even broken $100 million yet, and I think it's a $160 million budget. So therefore, it would have to do about $400 million to break even. So it's going to be a very, very long road to even get, no pun intended, to even get the $350 million, much less $4. So we'll see what happens. Which would be I like. This one leads right into Fury Road. I would love to see the character, Anya Taylor-Joy, play the character again, but I don't think that's possible. Because it leads right into Charlize Theron's version of the character. And so we can't really go backwards anymore. So I think that was kind of a mistake. I would love to see, her playing the role again. But I guess we'll just have to wait to see what other role she picks up in the meantime. But if you're looking for a high adrenaline action film, this is it. And of course, picking up the stuff that George Miller does so very well, and that is using this desert landscape to create just a road war. That's what this is. It's just a road war, and he does it really well, and he's able to do new things with the vehicles every time, which I really appreciate as well. And I recommend the film. If you're going, and we went with my friend's entire family, and everybody really liked it. The kids liked it, and they're teenagers, but the kids liked it. or his wife liked it. And so it will span. Again, if they had added that romance thing in it, I think that it'd be more for. I think the women will pick up on it a little bit more. But that's it for me. So thank you guys so much, and let me know what you guys think of it. I'm sure that a lot of you have seen it. We were actually practically in a sold out theater, so maybe it was everybody's waiting for Monday, being a holiday. I kind of hope so because I hope this film does well. I don't want to see this thing go down, and everybody's doing videos on the fact that it's going down in flames. But I really hope it has legs, and that doesn't happen. All right, so on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this is it really an 8? I will watch it again, no doubt about that. So maybe it is an 8 because I will watch it again. That's kind of how I rate it. If I will watch it again, it's between a 7.5 and an 8. So I'm going to give it an 8, even though I think it's like a 7.8. It's like not quite an 8, but yeah, I liked it. So definitely go check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Just have to get through that beginning portion. Also, again, remember that we have Myth Lords up on Backer Kit right now. The link is in the description below. It is a deck builder area control card game where you're playing as the classic monsters. So you're able to play as Frankenstein, Dracula, Creature from the Deep, Werewolf, etc. And we also just unlocked the 5th player, which is the Wicked Witch. And so we unlocked the Witch Clan, and the box came out. This is my sample.